everybody. I'm Emmy, and I'm excited to be with you today. I'm way up north in Michigan, far away from everything, and just enjoying the day. It's a beautiful day here, sunshiny. I hope it's that way where you are too. Even if it's not, it's still a sunshiny day, and it's a pleasant time to be together and get our Zen on. So this is another fun example and time we get together of brain yoga. If you can do these strokes, if you can make a slash, a dot, a C, an S, and an O, just know that you've got Zentangle. It's just that simple. If you can make my stick girl or boy, that's all there is to it. And Zen for relaxing and meditating, and tangling for putting patterns together in new ways, which we will do a lot of in this session and the next. Today we're going to work on a headquarters pattern called Cadent. It's a monotangle, and what that means is it's just got one part to it. In essence, it looks like this. So to demonstrate, I'd like to, but first I'd like to take a minute and show you our materials. Just use the best you have, whatever that might be. Use a pen. I like this one, archival ink. This is a 01 Pigma micron. Again, I oftentimes use other pens that I have around the house that I quite like. I got this one at a dollar store, and it's wonderful. I usually use my blender stump, which is very soft cotton and easy to use. Actually, it's paper. Very easy to use. You can use your finger, or you can use your Q-tip, or what if you have a blender stump, tortillon. That's a handy thing to have around today, so we can do some shading together. And I will also want my Zentangle pencil. Any pencil will do. My Zentangle pencil is a 4B, which is a very soft lead. So I use it for writing, and I also use the graphite for shading, and I'm going to demonstrate how to do that today. If I don't have that on hand, just use the best you have. I oftentimes will use my mechanical pencil equally, and anything will work. So to demonstrate how to do this pattern, what I do is it's a grid pattern, and I set up 4 circles of random equal size, and I do this thing called over and under, which is just 2 parts of the 5 strokes that we just talked about. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to take off and land. And because I want to complete a box here, I'm going to turn my tile or my paper. I'm going to go over, under, and then I have this beautiful box that I can fill with all sorts of interesting patterns. We're going to do more with that today. So let's get started on Cadent. I have my tile here, and I'm going to start by making a grid with pencil. To do that, I'm going to make dots in the corner, pencil dots. I'm going to make mine a little darker so they're easier for you to see on the camera. And then I connect them wonky style. I don't try to make them perfect lines. In fact, the more wonky, the better. It won't matter at all. I want to have this divided into 16 parts. So what I'm going to do is put a tick mark at the top and a tick mark at the bottom, and then I'm going to aim like that with my pencil. I'm going to do the same in the other direction. If you'd like to turn your paper, your tile, it might make it easier on you to see how you want this to go. Again, wonky is fine. And then I'm going to divide this again. I'm going to divide it this tick mark, top and bottom, tick mark, top and bottom, divide, and just throw a line in there, easy peasy. And turn it again, and tick mark top, eyeball the bottom, tick mark at top, eyeball at the bottom, and connect. When you've got all these in place, let's switch over to our pen. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know how usually when I take the cap off my pen, I hold this part in my hand. It kind of helps balance and it helps me not lose the cap. So this is good for two things. First thing I'm going to do is make a series of orbs. You're welcome to just follow right along with me. I'm trying to make them a little larger, not too small. But you work your own size as quickly as you want or as slowly and get your Zen on. Take your time. Enjoy the moment. Relax your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, nice and slow. Zentangle is about the process. It is not about the conclusion, it's about the journey and the getting there. So you can see that I have just made a grid. And now what I'm going to do is that over and under that I just demonstrated to you. So I'm going to go take off and land. Over and under. Over and under. Over and under. Come back and darken that a little. Over, under, and so on throughout this whole piece. Over, under, take off and land. And there we are. Now I'm going to turn my tile. And if there's any tricky part of this pattern, and there really isn't, but if you would think there would be one, it's when we start working in this direction. So I'm going to work again from left to right. I'm going to go over and under. You notice that I kind of have a big lazy S. Second row, you definitely don't want to try to cross lines. So if you have to stop and think about it, that's just getting your Zen on. Over, under. And again, I'll meet you at the end. I have a minute here to fix any lines that I'm not happy with. And now I'm going to take a minute and put a little shading on this. The pencil lines that I have will blend into the work that I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is use my pencil so that I can use the graphite. And I'm going to work on the side. This does work better for a 4B pencil than you might find with your any other kind of pencil. So use the softest lead you have. You see, I'm just putting some graphite on one side of each of these lazy S's. And my technique, and you'll develop your own, is that I like to put all the graphite on at one time and then come back and blend it all in. But the shading is really great for helping you focus and make areas stand out from other areas just by putting it on one side. Okay, that's pretty good. I might have a little that I'll go back and pick up, but for now, I'm going to grab my blender stump and I'm going to smudge these out as much as I can. And I'm being very quick about it, as you can tell. I'm not trying to be particularly perfect. Although shading can take as long as the drawing does. And if you ever need any advice on shading, I've got a couple of wonderful resources to share with you of my people that I have worked with in the past that are Zentangle artists. and have been doing this a very long time, and they're just gifted at shading. And that is how it looks, and isn't that pretty? So I'm going to take my pen, and I like to, at this point, when I'm trying to put my initials on the front, my chop, I can put it anywhere because with Zentangle, there's no up, no down. Pure Zentangle is just the art for art's sake. It's not meant to look like anything. And somewhere on this piece, I want to put my initials. And then I also want to turn this piece over and put my name, Emmy Goosen. And the date. Oh, it's March. I hope you liked the pattern Cadent. And if you want to look this up and do more with it, I'm sure you'll enjoy that journey as well. What we're going to do, I'm going to show you, is we're going to, in the next video, we're going to do an assortment of patterns. Here's an example of one. Here's another example that's quite fun. Here's another way that you can put a tangle in your each piece of this. Here's another. We might do a little with this. And there are a couple more. So, thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Zen with Emmy, and please like the video. And if you have comments or you want to send me a picture of what you've done, I would love to see. So stay tuned for more. We're going to fill all these in with different patterns. Thank you so much. Bye.